Hey everybody, Joe Cioffi here. Weather in 5 days and 5 minutes on this Tuesday, the 23rd of April. And starting out this morning with freeze warnings and frost advisories covering a large portion of southern New England down to the mid-Atlantic states and back into the Appalachians. This is going to be the last chilly morning of this current stretch. We do have another chilly air mass coming in, but we'll get to that momentarily. In the meantime, other than that, if you look at the rest of the country, it's very, very quiet as far as watches and warnings are concerned this morning from coast to coast. And looking at the satellite, we're sandwiched between a storm that is off the East Coast, and we've got also a weather front that is moving into the Great Lakes. So I think in between the two, we should have a pretty nice day. I don't think we're going to have any cloud issues from the offshore storm. We might see some patchy clouds moving in later this morning and this afternoon in the Northeast and Mid-Atlantic states ahead of this next cold front. But the front also is not really all that impressive. If you notice the lightning strikes from overnight and this morning, fairly minimal in parts of northern Missouri as the front passes through there. And this is going to be our risk for tomorrow when the front heads into the east, into the northeast, where we could see maybe a couple of showers or even the chance that there could be a thunderstorm. Nice across the south, a cold start this morning in the southeast, but it's going to warm up nicely. And we've got mainly clear skies from there west of the Gulf states. Starting to see a little bit of energy off the Pacific Northwest coast that we're going to keep our eyes on for the next couple of days, and a little bit of moisture building in the western Gulf of Mexico as the atmosphere starts to prime up for severe weather later this week. This is what the radar looks like at 6:30 a.m. Eastern Time. It's quiet up and down the East Coast. We've got showers over the Great Lakes. You can see the thunderstorms in northern Missouri, and then just some scattered showers from parts of northern Nevada on eastward into Colorado. Elevation may mean that some higher up tops are getting some snow out of this, but there's nothing to write home about from the standpoint of snow. SPC, the Storm Prediction Center for today. Marginal risk in much of Michigan, back into northeastern Illinois and southeastern Wisconsin. So that includes Chicago and Milwaukee. We also have a marginal risk set up in parts of north central into northwest Texas. Tornado risk, though, is less than 2% in all areas. For tomorrow, we're looking at a marginal risk. Mostly in West Texas and into central Oklahoma. Also, notice that there's a general thunderstorm risk being indicated for areas from southeastern New England, south and west into Delaware and northeastern Maryland. I'm thinking with this front coming through, there could be an isolated shower or thunderstorm, but nothing severe. And here we go for the day three, which is for Thursday into Friday. This is where it starts to get a bit more serious as far as severe weather is concerned. And we've got a slight risk opening up from north central and northwest Texas northward up through Kansas and into southern Nebraska. Again, that's Thursday through Friday. And in the long range, we've got 3 days where SPC has got long range severe weather risk for Friday into Saturday from northeast Texas up into Iowa. And that's a slight risk being indicated, 15%. On day five, it cuts back a little bit from Missouri, southwest, also back into north central Texas. And then on day six, and this is for Sunday into Monday, northeast Texas up the Mississippi Valley to Illinois and southern Wisconsin. So we have very busy severe weather issues coming up for the end of the week and into the weekend. And by the way, as far as rainfall is concerned, there isn't going to be much in the Northeast. We're talking about less than a tenth of an inch, in some cases just a few hundredths from coastal Maine. And then down in the Southeast, no rain is forecast for much of North Carolina down into Florida. But look at the big rains up and down the Mississippi River Valley from southern Arkansas all the way up into Minnesota and Wisconsin. We're talking about an inch and a half to areas of 3 to 5 inches of rain being indicated over the next 7 days. So, as far as the weather is concerned in the Northeast and the northern mid Atlantic states, as we said, a decent day today, temperatures in the 60s. We've got this weather front that comes through with maybe a shower or a thunderstorm late tonight and through the first part of Wednesday. Behind that, a shot of chilly but dry air comes in for Wednesday night, Thursday, and Thursday night. Meanwhile, you see a low developing in eastern Colorado. This starts to open up the doors for severe weather for Thursday night into Friday morning, and then again Friday night into Saturday morning as that low strengthens. But in the east, we've got a nice but cool day on Thursday, nice overall, a nice day on Friday, and then for the weekend, we've got a warm front coming through Saturday that might bring some showers later in the day into Saturday night, and we could still see some lingering showers into at least part of Sunday. And you see more severe weather being generated up and down the Mississippi River Valley from Arkansas, actually from northeast Texas, all the way up into northeastern Illinois. So we're going to, of course, cover all these issues in our usual big way tonight on the Joe and Joe Weather Show podcast, and that's at 7:35 p.m. Eastern Time. So in the meantime, enjoy your Tuesday.